also have Maruti Suzuki's numbers that have come out. If you look at the revenue, they have come in largely in line with what the street was expecting at close to 38,492 crore rupees. And along with that, if you look at the net profit number, that is also slightly below than street expectation. Street expectation was close to 3,600, but the company has reported a net profit of close to 3,500 crore rupees. So a slight miss on the net profit front, but the revenues are pretty much in line with what the street was expecting for Maruti Suzuki. We are still awaiting on the EBITDA number and the EBITDA margin number, but the stock seems to be on a higher note. So far, it's up around 1.5% in trade. The net profit numbers are slightly below, but the revenue numbers look pretty much in line with what the street expectations were. Now we have the EBITDA number also coming in. EBITDA came in at close to 4,470 odd crore rupees. Now, if you look at the margins, they also look at on the higher side at around 12% odd. That's the estimated number that we had. But we'll get the EBITDA number on screen. EBIT margins have come in at around 11.6%, slightly below the street expectations of around 11.7%. Margins are again a slight miss compared to the street estimates. 4,500 crore rupees is what the street was estimating, but the EBITDA has come in at close to 4,470 crore. Mahesh, did you? Firstly, I'll ask your view on ITC Hotel. 5% downtick we have seen in the share prices. Would you advise your clients to go ahead and buy this counter or still wait for some correction?
No, we are still waiting because on the after demerger, any share could be sold out by some fund houses in the first 3 days. So we are waiting for the first 2-3 days. After that, we were advised to our client to buy in lower level. So our strategy is wait and watch for ITC Hotel, and whatever the which client we have got in shares credited in from demerger, that will go kept in hold. So from ITC we are in wait and watch. ITC Hotel for wait and watch.
Right. We also have Puneet joining us to give us some more details on the Maruti Suzuki numbers. Well, I guess we'll have to still wait for Puneet to come in, but we have seen a sharp fall in the share price of Maruti. It was up 1.5%, but now trading red in trade, and that could be on the back of the fact that the margins have come in slightly below the street expectations. Operationally, also the numbers have come in slightly below the street expectation. Mahesh, what are your first thoughts on Maruti Suzuki numbers?
I think numbers are in line, nothing to worry about.
Puneet, ready nahi hai to...
Sorry?
Puneet, to get in more understanding about the numbers.
Well, thanks for that. So the numbers do look, just meeting estimates in this particular time frame as well. EBITDA has come in at roughly 4,470 crores. That was one of the key numbers to, of course, watch out for for the automakers. And while in this particular quarter we've seen misses from the likes of Hyundai yesterday, Maruti's numbers seem to have just met estimates and have come in line to that as well. So revenues has come in at 15% growth at 38,492 crores. Estimates was of a similar number as well. EBITDA growth has also come in at 4,492 versus estimates about 4,505 crores. So definitely come in very close to that aspect as well. And there was a 15.5% growth expected in terms of the EBITDA. That's coming at 14.4. So not too much diversion from there. Just on margins, what's interesting is that the company's EBITDA has come in bang in line with roughly about 11.6% versus same time last year numbers of 11.7% as well. They've also announced a couple of key aspects and updates as well in this particular time frame. They've amalgamated Suzuki Motor Company into itself, and that was one of the acquisitions. Apart from that, they've also approved the reappointment of Mr. Hisashi Takeuchi for another 3 years. That's key aspect. And one figure that's key difference in this particular numbers are the inventory. Now that changes every particular quarter, but the change in the quantum is quite high. So in this particular quarter, inventory was at 680 crores, which was impacting, of course, the profits. But at the same time, last year, it was positive by roughly about 2 crores. So that is the change that you see every quarter for something like a Maruti Suzuki, where that inventory number is something to watch out for. Taxes is another key aspect to watch out for Maruti Suzuki. That is, not too much change in that aspect. So no any kind of one-offs in the taxes in this particular time frame, but numbers seem to be in line for Maruti Suzuki at this point of time.